okay. So we've got quite a lot of plastic in this top layer, the most that we found in any of our samples so far. There's this really obvious large piece of white plastic that we can see lots of growth also there, that's been growing on it. So as with the other fungi work that we're doing, that's going to be very informative in terms of where that plastic has come from, potentially, which continent, how long it's been in the ocean. We've got a piece of quite thick plaited line here that maybe has come from a fishing net, and then we've got quite a lot of pieces of individual fishing lines. So two, I can see a third one just here.
Make sure you go over and sort of like lean over so you don't drag it up against the hull.
That's organic, but this piece here looks like a piece of film. And then another piece here, this black piece, which is another fragment that's got some growths on it as well. Everything else I can see in there is organic. So that's the highest sample so far for that top layer of sieve. Let's now take a quick look at the middle layer and see what's going on in here.
It's a good thing I learned that my big
the 1 millimeter layer, we have got something fascinating here. This is our first nurdle or pre-production pellet. So this is, we've got a nurdle. Yeah. So, well, yay, kind of yay, not really. So this is actually the original plastic. Well, this is basically virgin plastic. It's never actually been used for anything. It's the raw material, and we have a surprising number of them turn up in these samples, either being lost on container ships or more likely on the factory floor. They've been just kind of washed down the drain at the end of the day once they've leaked and end up making their way into the ocean. So pretty depressing that that's never actually been used for something, and yet we find it out here. But also really countless more fragments in this 1 millimeter sieve. Lots of white pieces. We also have this very distinctive aqua. So in addition to that nurdle, we've got quite a lot of white fragments of plastic here. All sorts of different shapes, look like different polymers. A piece of aqua plastic. It'll be really interesting to put this under the FTIR and find out what polymer type it is. It's also got some quite distinctive markings on it that maybe it's come from a mould, a lid or something, and with that polymer type we might have a better idea of actually where that piece of plastic's coming from, and therefore where we can pinpoint solutions on land for stopping any more of this getting out here into our ocean. So we'll go down below and do a full count of that layer, but certainly we've got 20 to 30 little fragments just in that tiny little sample as well. And on to the very final layer. Really hard to see what's going on in here without putting it under the microscope. So we can see a couple of very small pieces. The white ones always jump out at us first. So this is the 355 micron sieve layer. So we're down to 1/3 of a millimeter here. Really quite hard for our eyes to see. But we'll take these all down below under the microscope and work out what's plastic.